As the sun rises on another day at the Port of Long Beach, a new era has already begun. This California trading hub is committed to becoming the most environmentally friendly port in the world. The Port of Long Beach is the second busiest seaport in the United States. International trade moving through its shipping terminals supports nearly 1.4 million jobs across the country, with 30,000 of those jobs in Long Beach. Cargo valued at more than $100 billion, including electronics, toys, clothing, petroleum, plastics, and furniture, move through the Port of Long Beach each year. In just the past 15 years, the number of containers passing through the port has quadrupled and is expected to triple again in the next 15 years as consumer demand for imported goods continues to increase. But many of the port's terminals were designed for an earlier age of trade. New technology and updated infrastructure are needed, not only to support the economy and create jobs, but to reduce the environmental impact. That's why it's important, now more than ever, that the Port of Long Beach takes the next logical step by redeveloping its older terminals, beginning with the Middle Harbor. Through the Middle Harbor redevelopment, the port will combine and upgrade two old terminals into one of the greenest shipping facilities in the world. The Port of Long Beach has long been a leader in environmental stewardship. In 2005, the port formalized an aggressive commitment to environmental protection and sustainability with the Green Port Policy. Since then, the port negotiated historic green leases with two of its container terminals. Both terminals voluntarily agreed to phase in the use of shoreside electrical power for their ships and accelerate the use of cleaner burning cargo handling equipment. The environmental improvements from these green leases are expected to reduce air pollutants by 90% over the next decade. The port also introduced the Green Flag Vessel Speed Reduction Program. It provides millions of dollars of incentives to the port's vessel operators who reduce their speed and, as a result, eliminate hundreds of tons of air pollution each year. In 2006, the Port of Long Beach partnered with its neighbor, the Port of Los Angeles, as well as federal, state, and local air quality agencies to develop the San Pedro Bay Clean Air Action Plan. The measures in this plan surpass state and federal regulations. And because of this plan, the ports and private sector businesses are investing hundreds of millions of dollars into clean trucks, clean locomotives, clean cargo handling equipment, and cleaner ship fuels. Another solution, the Alameda Corridor Freight Train Expressway, helps reduce air pollution by taking cargo containers moved by trucks off the road and putting them onto trains. Every day, trucks and trains are hauling containers from the port to downtown rail facilities. Each intermodal double-stack train can move 250 to 280 containers. That means for every train, 250 to 280 trucks are off the road, reducing emissions and traffic congestion. But in order to move more containers via rail, more on-dock loading space in the marine terminals is necessary. The older facilities of Long Beach don't have the infrastructure to load more trains. That means they would have to rely on more trucks to move the increasing number of cargo containers. The existing Middle Harbor facilities have minimal on-dock rail capabilities. And the older facilities are not well equipped to meet the standards set by the new environmental policies of the Clean Air Action Plan and Green Port Policy. But there is an opportunity now, a logical next step for the Port of Long Beach, an opportunity to rehabilitate two old, inefficient terminals into a green, state-of-the-art facility, molded by the Green Port Policy and Clean Air Action Plan. This is the Middle Harbor Redevelopment, a 10-year project that will reconfigure and consolidate two irregularly shaped container cargo terminals into one efficient, environmentally green terminal. Carefully planned, The new facility will have the infrastructure necessary to accommodate our nation's demand, while minimizing the impact of the goods movement on the surrounding communities. The new facility will greatly increase on-dock rail capacity, taking up to 1,000 trucks off the road each day. 30% of the containers moving through this facility will travel via train. Containers will be loaded directly onto trains on dock and then moved out to the rest of the country via the Alameda Corridor. Shoreside electricity will be required of all ships docking at the new facility, so a brand new power substation and other new infrastructure will be constructed to allow all ships to plug in to electrical power at the dock. Shoreside electricity accommodates the next generation of larger green ships and produces zero emissions. The terminal operator will sign a green lease for this facility, which will require high environmental standards for all cargo handling equipment in the terminal. The requirements will reduce overall emissions generated by terminal cargo handling activity by an estimated 90%. And trucks serving the facility will have to meet the tough environmental standards established in the Clean Air Action Plan. The Middle Harbor redevelopment will create deeper berths to accommodate the new cleaner ships. And the new overall design will better control stormwater runoff, waste collection, and water treatment. All marine terminal buildings will be constructed to Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design, or LEED standards for high performance and sustainability. And the port will upgrade and expand fire department facilities as part of the Middle Harbor redevelopment. The opportunity to redevelop the Middle Harbor exists now. Leases, the prime power for this landlord port, are in negotiation. Through the Middle Harbor redevelopment, the Port of Long Beach will be able to put into effect both the Green Port Policy and the Clean Air Action Plan by providing terminal operators with a facility that not only meets and exceeds the required environmental standards, but also efficiently accommodates the national demand for goods. The Middle Harbor redevelopment will be one of the first facilities of its kind, with the highest level of environmental requirements in the world. Through the use of shoreside electricity, vessels docked here will produce zero emissions. Nearly 1/3 of the terminal's shipments will move via train through the Alameda Corridor with on-dock container loadings. And more on-dock loadings mean fewer trucks on the highways every day, reducing air pollution and easing traffic congestion. The green, sustainable design and operation will mean a better environment for the surrounding wildlife and its ecosystem, significantly reducing health risks posed by air pollution from port-related sources. The Port of Long Beach is taking a proactive step to improve its facilities to meet regional and national demands. This $750 million project will generate more than 14,000 new permanent jobs and up to 1,000 temporary construction jobs. The state-of-the-art Middle Harbor Green Marine Terminal is designed with the aggressive, sustainable environmental strategies of both the Green Port Policy and Clean Air Action Plan. The Middle Harbor Terminal will be the model for green port facilities around the world.